Hi, I'm Jalen Rose, and welcome to the Renaissance Man podcast, proudly presented by the New York Post, a show where we cover trends in fashion, entertainment, current events, and everything in between. My next guest is a multi-hyphenate, actress, comedian, who starred in so many TV shows and films. We'd be here till next week if I listed them all, but I'll just give y'all a few. She starred in Meet the Blacks, Acrimony, Night School, Sextuplets, A Fall from Grace, and so much more. She has proven herself to be a comedic force and has taken on roles that defy stereotypes that often keep Black actresses pigeonholed. And now she's starring in the second season of the Star Show set in Black Harlem, Run the World, which premieres Friday, May 26th. It is my honor to welcome the incredible Bresha Webb to the show.
Thank you so much. That was such a beautiful intro. Flattered. Thank you so much.
A pleasure. Well deserved. I appreciate you taking the time. I know you got a lot going on, and rightfully so.
Listen, this is the one podcast that my husband told me I have to do.
That's love. That's love.
I see you all the time and I'm watching, sports stuff with him. So
that's love. That's love. Yes. Recently married. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we're 3 months strong.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well deserved. Tell me about growing up in Baltimore and what were you like as a kid?
Well, growing up in Baltimore definitely builds character. I stuck out a lot in all of my family and all of the settings that I was in church. I was born the center of attention. I'm glad television was developed so that I can be there. I was one of those kids. I was performing all the time and I didn't really even need an audience. So my parents already knew that I was going to be an actress. I would tell them I'm going to be inside of the TV. I want to be inside of the TV. And then around 4 or 5, I was like, I'm an Academy Award winning actress. I didn't say I'm going to win. I literally said I am an Academy Award winning actress. I'm like, what the hell is wrong? What? We're from West Baltimore. What are you talking about? But it was no surprise that I went into this profession, and Baltimore gave me a lot of the tools that I still use today. I went to Baltimore School for the Arts and studied there from when I was in elementary school. They have a Twigs program, and I did work there. And then I went to high school there and did regional theater there as well. So Baltimore built me up, and of course, Baltimore has a lot of character, a lot of flavor. You're real for no reason because you done seen crackheads all your life. So, it definitely builds character. I know where I come from and I want to make Baltimore better. So I know being out here and doing what I love to do definitely gives Baltimore some more shine.
Absolutely. As a native Detroiter, I already know everywhere you go, people, when they find out you from Baltimore, talk about the pain that Baltimore has endured and still needs to overcome, but also how those beginnings have inspired you. What was it like for you navigating, chasing your goals and making good decisions based on your environment and the unfortunate things you were sometimes exposed to at a very young age?
Oh, wow. God blessed me with amazing parents and an amazing village that really sheltered me away from everything that I could be exposed to. And they kept it real. Everybody said it. Look, you could see the examples in front of your face. If you go this way, it's going to turn out this way. If you go out this way, it could turn out that way. So how about you just own who you are and all the awkwardness and how much you don't fit in and do your own thing. And so my parents were very supportive of me being different, me always being, I went to public school and I would get picked on because, everybody was like, why you talk white? I was just articulate, and my parents raised me to be that way. And instead of me shying away from it, I actually took pride in it, and I wanted everyone else to be like me. And I was like, I always was the center of attention, and I took dance classes, so I was always dancing in school assemblies. I didn't care if people made fun of me, but that's a thing that everybody remembers about me. Black History Month, anything after school, dances. I was always doing the music videos. Like everybody knew Bresha was doing the most.
Mhm.
So I just I just stayed in my lane. And I think more kids and more people I figure could do so much service to themselves instead of trying to fit in to
Right.
just walk in their own lane and own who they are and walk into that success. So I'm grateful that I had a village. I definitely had a family that definitely cultivated my gift and saw what I was doing, what I wanted to do. And we had the resources to put me in dance classes. We had the resources to say, oh, I want to be in a theater show. And they would take me to the auditions, So I know that it's different for so many different families, but with the middle class income, my parents did their best. And I know that that is, why I am and why I am who I am and why I am where I am today. So I just do my best to take care of my parents because they gave everything to me.
And as you mentioned, dance, one of my favorite people walking this earth, who's an angel in my life, Debbie Allen. And I remember watching Fame and watching the elegance of our people being outside of our comfort zone in a lot of ways. What was that like for you? Because obviously we were a break dancer, we were hip hop dancer, there's all types of dance, but to broaden your horizons, what was that like?
Oh, it was incredible just to have access. People take for granted what access gives, children, that's why I mean, Baltimore City after school care programs raised me. My parents both had working jobs and they had two jobs at times. And they would trust these Baltimore City public school systems all day to take care of me. And then you go to the after school care programs and you could learn violin and you could learn visual arts and you could, do the dictor, lecture, championships and all of that. So you had exposure to all of these things. And those teachers and those mentors, they had so much influence on who I am and why I do what I do because I just had access to be a part of those things. And it was after school care programs. That's why as soon as my platform is getting bigger, I want to put more money into after school care programs for, you know, families that can't afford to get their kids those dance classes and those, violin just all of the stuff that kids should have access and explore science classes and, math and all kinds of different things. Now we're getting into, you know, just computers and all of these new things and technology that kids need to just have access and find interest in instead of looking at something that's in front of them, which is on the corner or, just things
Absolutely.
that they know that they can get right now. They need to think and dream and have the courage to dream because a lot of kids don't really have the courage to dream. And
Correct.
in those places of comfort where you can like be yourself and explore,
Mhm.
we take for granted that kids need that place. And,
Absolutely.
and it should not be about how much money you make, that kids could have the advantage to dream.
No doubt. And I'm extremely passionate about education. I grew up going to a public school. I founded a charter high school in
Wow.
Detroit that's been in existence for 12 years. We're a 9 through 16 model. And you said something, you just alluded to something that I say all of the time, that the quality of your education should not be defined by your zip code.
That's right.
And there are so many young people that all they need is that opportunity. All they need is that exposure. All they need is that belief, that
Yes.
opportunity to be able to strive in certain things that they're passionate about.
Absolutely. I mean, when I think about just how many friends I had in elementary and middle school, that had such amazing minds, or just people I meet, like that just have such amazing minds that stayed in one area their whole life in one block, their
Mhm.
whole lives, because that's what their parents did and their parents did.
I ain't leaving Baltimore for nothing. I'm
Yes, for
here forever.
nothing.
I ain't going to New York. I ain't going to LA. I'm gonna be here forever.
Forever. And it's not it. So sometimes you have to be that courageous one, that outlier that sees differently and wants to change the trajectory for their whole entire family and for their legacy. But they have to have the courage to do it.
Yes. What were some of the TV shows and the actors you grew up watching that influenced you?
Oh, where do I start? I mean, well, we have our executive producer on our show, Yvette Lee Bowser. She was, of course, was the creator of Living Single. Of course, A Different World was a show that I grew up on for sure. Martin, of course.
Yeah.
There were so many shows that I love Sex in the City when I was, growing up and learning how to be a young lady. And I aspired to be in the city
No
doing
doubt.
things, so it's like full circle that I get to work with Patricia Field. Um, yeah, there were so many TV shows that I just love, but Martin, I mean, I
Last
remember that was like,
shot Detroit, baby.
yes, Detroit. Yes, I mean, well, just one thing. My favorite song when my feet hurt, and I was singing it all day today. I think that's a Detroit song. Damn, bitch, my feet hurt. I think that's a Detroit song, but it's so cold in the D. That is my jam.
So cold in the D.
In the D.
Yes, it's so
It's supposed to keep
inspiring.
me. It's so
No doubt.
inspiring. The
No
grave
doubt.
site, like
Yes,
my video. I love that song. So shout out to the D. I
no
love
doubt.
your viral videos. It's fun and sad at the same time, but
Yes.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And also an appreciation that the world got a chance to get from Baltimore, and you know where I'm going. What
Mhm.
was it like for you when The Wire started? What did you feel about The Wire?
Well, The Wire surprisingly was cast. A lot of the roles were cast out of my high school, the Baltimore School for the Arts. So I was just upset that I didn't get a chance to be on it.
No doubt.
No, because they were casting my classmates, and they just said I came off so Disney. It's like, you're just so cute. You don't need to be on this drug dealing, shoot 'em up, bang bang show. I was like, why? I mean, I was really little. I looked like I was 14 forever. It works to my advantage now,
Right.
but oh God, I really wanted to be on The Wire, but yeah. So we were so happy. I mean, it was like we could watch our teachers, our acting teachers, we could actually see them act out characters, and some of them were crackheads. We're like, oh, you died last week, It was a little too close to home, so I couldn't really
Right.
watch it because they were
Right.
filming like right outside my church, just like places that I was frequently around at all times. So it was really real to me. So yeah, I wasn't able to really appreciate it until like when I was older. And I still
Totally.
can't. It's still a little, it's too close to home.
Totally makes sense. And I want to give you a shout because Run the World is going into its second season. And
Yes.
four girlfriends who have it all together one day and are questioning everything else the next.
Yes.
Have there been moments in your life when you related to those feelings of doubt, and how did you handle them?
I mean, I think if we talk about doubt, I have doubt so many times a day, but especially in my career, I mean, I chose a very interesting career where you don't know what's around the corner. You can have something one day and not have it the next moment. And so, I tried to my best not to live in doubt. I try my best to fight through it. It's a constant walk of faith and belief in myself and building myself up so I don't have to live in doubt. But that's what's so great about playing these flawed characters, in this new season. These girlfriends are going through so much together at the same time, and they're choosing to be selfish in every single situation that they're in their careers and their love lives, and their families, so you doubt yourself in these decisions that make you selfish,
Mhm.
and you're like, I'm being selfish and I don't know if I'm making the right decision. And sometimes you have to check in with your girlfriends to remind you of yourself and say, no, this is what you said and this is what you want to do, and you're right, and I got your back through it while you walk this out. And sometimes that's all you need, is somebody to have somebody to be in your corner.
So you know what? You brought up Sex in the City, and you just alluded to like having that support around you. So it reminded me of something. Besides Run the World,
Mhm.
give me your personal top 5 Black ensemble cast.
Black ensemble cast. Okay. So I gotta say, okay. Oh, I want to say Girlfriends.
Hmm.
Mm, right? Gotta say, Living Single, of course. And that's like a 1 and 2 for me.
No
But
doubt.
Girlfriends I watched in college, and that was like amazing. Living Single. Um, of course, our show. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Our show. What's another show? Uh what's another show? Half and Half.
mm.
Um, I mean, there's so many. Oh gosh. I'm like now I'm going through the thing. I feel like people going. I'm not gonna say Martin either, like again, but like Pam and Gina. I mean, they just were such a dynamic
Legendary.
duo. They were legendary, and they make me so confident in my comedic timing because I go at things. I go for jokes like the dudes. And I
Yes.
wasn't seeing women really conquer jokes like the dudes and do
Yeah,
physical comedy like those women, and they don't get enough flowers
no
for
doubt.
the chances that they take. Uh, oh no. Okay, I guess it was 4, right?
Yep, that's 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's my 4.
Okay,
You said
cool.
5? How many?
5. That's my
Oh,
lucky
5. One more?
number.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta show love. Spread
Okay.
love.
In Harlem. Okay, Harlem.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go. Okay.
Harlem.
And you mentioned earlier, I want to also congratulate you and Nick Jones Jr., television writer, happily married in February, star-studded event. Marlon Wayans was there. Kelly Rowland was one of the bridesmaids. Tell
Mhm.
me one of your favorite things about this day and how hard was it making your seating chart?
Oh my God. The
When you
seating chart.
play
I didn't know if we
the
were gonna make it with that seating chart. I kept adding people. My husband was like, girl, we said 100 and now we had 130. What are you doing? It was hard. That was the hardest thing in the world. And people said it was going to be hard, but it really was. My favorite thing about my wedding or our wedding, I mean, just doing it. It was just so much planning and so much, anticipation around it. I was just so happy and grateful to just that everything just went seamless. We got to honor my father. We had a great officiant, major officiated our wedding, the singer. Um, I had a choir,
Mm.
sing a gospel song that was really meaningful to myself and my family. I became a bonus mom. I became a stepmom, so it was just so many points. I can't just have one. I mean, it was just a magical, beautiful day. And I'm so grateful I got to do it. Like, and now I'm living in my dream life with my husband. It's amazing.
That's incredible. So more details. What shoes? What dress?
Oh, the shoes, the dress.
Powered?
Okay, I wore a
What
Galia
music
Love
it
dress.
played? You know what
Oh,
was
the music. Oh, the music was top tier. I did a performance. I wrote a song for my husband. I do like these like crazy little like characters, and I did a performed with my band. I had my band at my reception. Of course, because I'm extra. I'm gonna perform.
no question. What's the name of the band? What did y'all
The
perform?
Sweaty Wall Bangers is the band. It's a funny band. And I just did my own funny rendition of Love Was Made for Me and You. And so
Mm,
that was really cute. I love that. Yeah, my dress was Galia Lahav, my shoes were Custody, and I had 2 costume changes. Well, costume changes. I changed my dress
no
and my
doubt.
shoes. I mean, I changed hairstyles. I'm extra. So if we're gonna do it,
All your
and then
glory.
yeah, my
All your
husband did it
glory.
too. He was like, I have a new he surprised me. He had another outfit. Because usually he's just like, I'm fine, I'm good, laid back. But then he became like a diva that day. Like he was like, I
Something.
got a velvet, I got this,
Yes.
got this
Yes.
paisley. I was like, okay, you better step out. He
No
had red
doubt.
bottoms on. I was
Gotta
like,
represent. Gotta represent.
very proud of him.
That is awesome. And also, I love watching the Essence event, and you was hyping up your friend Chloe Bailey.
No, the funny thing about it is
Oh,
I met her years ago when she was a little girl, her and her sister, and I'm just so proud of both of them. But at the Essence event, it was really interesting because she was on stage and they were asking us several times to have a seat. And I literally turned around and I started seeing her on stage, waiting for us to see, sit down, and everyone's just running and talking and, la 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 in front of her face. And I started to see her shrink.
Mm.
And I was like, absolutely not, not on my watch.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know anybody was filming me, but I wanted to boast her up, also get everybody's attention that Chloe Bailey is on stage and she is an amazing performer and she deserves our attention.
Preach.
She's waiting for us, but at the same time, honey, do not shrink. Get our attention. It's okay. And if you're not, I'm gonna do it for you. I'm very much so an auntie in that way. I love celebrating people that deserve to be celebrated. And I really wanted to celebrate her because I feel like some people don't have her back and they don't give her like the props that she needs. And I was like, go ahead, Haley, you come on, Callie and Chloe. Chloe, you better, it's all right.
No doubt. No doubt. And that was needed and appreciated. And it also made me think, what is something you think more Black women in the industry need to hear from one another?
That we love them. Sometimes in the industry, and this industry, being Hollywood and just working actors and just, it's, everyone's just trying to climb to get to the top and stay relevant. And I feel like we've created this narrative that there's not enough room for everyone to have a seat at the table, and that we have to claw or we have to become friends with so and so just because of the significance of who they are and what they can do for us. And I think that's complete BS. I love the Black women that I'm around. I love the Black women in my cast. I celebrate Black women because we made it. I came from Baltimore and I didn't go back home. I stayed on the trajectory. I'm doing my career and I'm loving who I am and who I'm becoming. And I think Black women need to celebrate each other more. So I love when I see videos of Angela Bassett, celebrating Black women, and Taraji and, all of those amazing women that just celebrate easily. Like, hey, girl, how you doing? I loved your work. I feel like Black women need to celebrate each other more. And we do, but we can always do it more. Like, hey, girl, I see you, sis. Like, and genuinely do it.
No doubt. And I have that same challenge for Black men.
Yes.
Because a lot of times I see women willing to celebrate each other. Nice dress, nice arms, nice shoes. And a lot of times we want a mean mug, or we want to not necessarily, give it up, but be criticize one another. So what has it been like for you, like just navigating this fame and this celebrity, but also staying genuine and authentic to who you are and how you were raised?
Look, I go home and I take the trash out. I mean, I don't now, I don't because I have a husband, but like, there's something about doing your own work and just being grounded that I just love, about me, and I think that's the thing. Like at the end of the day, I'm trying my best not to take myself that seriously. Like, yes, I'm proud of myself. I've done all of these amazing things, but at the same time, I am still looking up and I'm still aspiring to be something more than what I am. And so I think that just living in gratitude keeps me humble. And just remembering, like, everybody wipes their own ass. Like don't take, like, please, I don't have room for people who don't, that take this for granted, this platform. And of course, working with Cicely Tyson and and working with Felicia Rashad and being around them and hearing the way they speak about their time in the industry, while they were working, and while Cicely Tyson, everything she's overcome, and her saying the platform that you have is so important because media is everything, and how people see themselves reflected is everything. And so that made me not take myself too seriously at all and just get to the work. Like, what do I need to say? How can my work speak for me? What is my legacy going to leave behind? Like, that's more important to me.
Continue to inspire, stay in your glory. But before I let you get out of here, I got a rapid fire segment called Gone in 60 Seconds. You ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right. Name one actor you dream of sharing the screen with in the future.
Actor I dream of sharing. Um, they've all kind of passed, but okay, it's alive right now. So I've worked with Angela Bassett. I would love to work with Angela Bassett again. I would love to. I worked with her on ER, but like, she's phenomenal. I've worked with Taraji, but I want to work with her more. Our scenes weren't together, so I would love to work with her. Regina Hall, who's hilarious. I would love. We would have a good time. Would have a good time. Regina King. There's so many wonderful women that I still have yet to work with, and I'm looking forward to. I don't know what's on the other side, but I'm excited for what's to come.
Well, this show has been about good karma. And usually when somebody says they want to work with somebody or something's going to happen in their career, I follow up. And I noticed that it normally takes place. So those are going to take place. Stay tuned, everybody.
Thank
What's
you.
one piece of advice you would give someone planning their wedding?
One piece of advice: live in the moment. It's not that serious. Remember, you're getting married. Like it's just a wedding. Be more
Right.
invested in the person you're marrying than the party. It's a party. It's a very expensive party, and you're not going to be able to eat the food. People swore down that I was gonna be able to eat. I wasn't gonna eat the food, and I was like, "Oh, we are eating. We have this amazing food. And we are gonna eat." I didn't eat none of that food. We ordered burgers, room service burgers. Pissed off, still to this day.
You
They
were
had,
performing, getting married, worried about the seating chart,
we had
150 people
seafood. We had
pulling at you,
nothing. We had
and
sea
they ate up
bass. We had all
everything.
this branzino and steak, and we ain't had no cake, nothing. All that planning.
Oh man. You shared publicly your love and need for wigs.
Yes.
Of all the girls in your collection, name one of them you can't imagine living without.
Living without. Well,
Yeah.
let it be known. Bresha got her edges, okay? So Bresha don't need a wig, okay? She can wear her hair down. She just don't let nobody see it, because when we go outside, it's gonna be a different conversation. But a wig, I can't live without. I guess this one, I love a good bob, but I don't know. I don't need a wig.
I ain't mad at
It's
you.
about the look. It's like, what is the outfit
Switching
giving?
it up. Yeah, switching it up, showing the
Switch it up.
versatility.
Yeah, I'm always looking at what is the outfit giving, and then I choose my hair.
No doubt. I respect that and appreciate that. Lastly, but certainly not least, what can fans of Run the World expect from this upcoming season?
We're picking up right from where we left off, and we left you guys on a cliffhanger. Just expect more fun, more sexiness, just more tantalizing, binge watching, just all of the things, women just running the world in their own lives and their careers, choosing themselves and being bosses.
Beyonce said it. Who run the world? Well, we got an answer now.
Girls.
Bresha Webb. Be incredible. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much for taking the time.
Thank you so much. This was so fun.